Good morning. I hope y'all are doing great this morning. Look, y'all know I love to sit outside, but whenever I come on here early, then it's still dark outside. So anyway, I hope y'all are having a great Wednesday already. This morning I want to talk about what you're doing. What are you doing while you're waiting on your miracle? Is there something that you've been praying about and you just need a miracle for? Maybe it's healing, maybe it's your finances, a relationship, a job. It could be any number of things. But you need a miracle in your life. So what are you doing while you're waiting for your miracle? You know, we got some choices to make. We could just sit around and dwell on it all the time and say, God, I really need you to work in this situation. I'm not saying you continue to pray about it, but don't sit there and dwell on it. There's some things that you can do, some practical things. You know, whenever I hear somebody preaching or teaching, I'm like, okay, I get that, but tell me what I can do that's practical, okay? So the first thing is to just get your mind off of yourself. You know, when you pray about the things, give it to God, and then get your mind off of yourself. You know, it's so many times it's, what about me? What about me? What about me? And it's not always about us. So one thing that you can do is to encourage other people. 1 Thessalonians 5:11, this is one of my favorite verses. Encourage each other and build each other up. So whenever you are encouraging someone else and building someone else up, then you don't have time to be dwelling on your situations. So what are some practical ways to encourage others? You might say, well, I just don't have any money like to go out and buy gifts for other people or whatever. Well, it doesn't cost money to encourage somebody. I mean, now granted, if you do have some, then I'm a gift giver. I love to go buy gifts for other people, but it doesn't cost money to encourage somebody. Just simply smile. You turn that frown upside down and just smile at someone. That could change someone's whole day, whole perspective, it could just change their life whenever somebody's nice to them and smiles. I promise you, it takes more muscles to smile than it does to frown. And so, you know, it will really help you. Give someone a compliment, not just think it. If you see somebody, you know, just give them a compliment. Y'all, if you want to learn how to give compliments, go spend some time with some 4-year-olds. I was with a bunch of 4-year-olds yesterday, and if I didn't get 1,000 compliments, and I'm like, ooh, they're like, hey, what's your name? And I said, my name is Miss Stephanie. So I was trying to remember all of their names, and they're like, I like your earrings. Oh, I love your makeup. Oh, I love that lipstick. And your shoes. Do you have 2 phones? I love your phones. I love, you know, everything that they could think of. They were like, oh, I love this and I love this. And that just brightens your day whenever someone gives you a compliment. So those kids were a mess. So pick up the phone and call somebody just to check in. You know, somebody that you might not have talked to in a while. Stop and ask God, God, who can I call to encourage today? And just pick up the phone, dial the number. Maybe they won't answer, maybe they will. If they see your name pop up on their phone, they're like, oh, wow. You know, you will brighten somebody's day. Shoot them a text message. Send a card. I've got some friends that are really good at sending cards. You know, I have good intentions about sending cards, and I might buy the card. I might fill the card out. But then it might sit there. I might address it, and then I just don't stop by the post office or whatever to get a stamp. But anyway, there's somebody out there that's your gift. You know, you can get a card. Send a card. Make quality time for somebody. That's easy. That's free. I went to lunch with Ray and Whit the other day, and I eat pretty fast, and I'm like always on the go. Like, okay, we got 1,000 things we got to do. Come on. And so we had gotten finished eating, and I said, y'all ready to go? And they're like, no. I said, well, why not? And they're like, this is our quality time. You know, we're just going to sit here and enjoy each other's company. Mom, you need to slow down. And we don't have to be in a hurry to go. So let's take their advice and spend some quality time with someone. Pray for somebody and let them know that you care. Let them know that you prayed for them this morning. I got some people on my heart that when I get off this video, I'm going to text them. It was a little early to text them earlier, but I'm going to shoot them a text and say, hey, I've been praying for you this morning. You know, help someone with a difficult task. If somebody's got something that's going on with them, help them out. You know, you might have a gift that they don't have, you know, and you're like, oh, well, I know how to do that. I can help you out. Visit a nursing home or somebody that's homebound or elderly person. You know, they get so lonely sometimes. I know my dad, whenever he was sick, he would get so lonely. He loved for somebody to come visit him. He loved it. So just stop by and visit somebody. Bake somebody some cookies. And be careful not to burn them, because my family says that I just give them burnt offerings. But I think that's because that I get so busy, I forget about whenever I'm cooking something. So anyway, but you might have that gift that you can bake somebody some cookies. Offer to babysit for someone like a single mom or a young couple that might need a date night. Just simply saying thank you and being appreciative whenever someone does something kind for you, and even if they don't, even at the checkout counter, wherever you might be. And here's one that I really need to work on, is listening without interrupting. Just listening, because sometimes I think we're so busy about thinking about what we're going to say next that we're not actually listening to what the people are saying to us. So that all of those things don't cost any money. So, you know, words of affirmation can go a long, long way. Just tell somebody that you appreciate them. Tell somebody that you love them. Because I love y'all, and I know that God has got you. Your miracle's coming. While you're waiting, just encourage somebody. Y'all, I got one little funny thing to tell y'all before I go. Yesterday, my nephew came over to sell some of his fundraising stuff for school, and he handed me the paper, and he said, now, Aunt Steph, you can give me a check or some of that green money. Or a check or some of that green money, but you got to look on there to see how much it is, and then I'll take a check or some of that green money. I'm like, okay, I got you. I'm going to write you a check. So anyway, so whether you have a check or some green money or you don't, go and encourage somebody today. Y'all, I love you, but Jesus loves you more. And y'all have a great day, and I'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.